What's up everyone, it's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Please follow my Instagram at Russo Lifts, just in case something happens to this YouTube channel. You can follow, message, and you can watch my daily story content on Instagram. I'll see you there. What's up everyone, it's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Clout news video today, guys. Don't attack me, right? I released 3 to 4, complete SARM overview videos, super detailed, super science-based, and, the LGD 33 one, 30 plus minutes, I roasted, I talk about the benefits, history, and I even had Dante timestamp the entire thing, so I'm making quality content here. I'm Ryan 2 Cents Russo, so I'm about to give my 2 cents on the, everyone's seen the story already by now, it's already broke, but Melissa Bumstead was arrested on 6 felony counts of, importation of a Schedule 3 substance, aka steroids. The specific steroids were supposedly, I have the article up here, which it was Masteron, Anavar, and testosterone propionate was the hot package. Now, I was linked this about 1,000 times. That's why I'm going to cover it. I really wish nothing bad upon the Bumstead Valier. It's actually Melissa Valier, right? She's married, but I guess the Bumstead family, highest pedigree bodybuilding family probably currently out there. That's why this is going to be a black eye no matter how much they try and shove this under the rug. And it's sad, right? I don't wish anything bad upon anyone, and this is just unfortunate, but I'm going to go into my 2 cents. So, right, I'm just putting the pieces together, speculation, right? The Olympia, where is it at? In Florida. Where is the Bumsteads from? Where is Ian Valier from? Melissa Valier, Chris. Canada, right? Canada is where they're from. What's the deal with Canada? In Canada, it's legal to possess steroids, right? It's legal to possess steroids. The steroid laws are super lax there. That changes. That changes when you enter the United States, and it carries penalties when you're a Canadian citizen and you get charged in the United States with an importation charge. So I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here. I'm not trying to be super Sally Sob story, but as a Canadian citizen, her getting these charges based on the charges she has, which I'll go into more detail, I don't think she's going to shake them all, right? I don't think she's going to shake them all. She's definitely going to eat something, and this will definitely impact her ability to travel into the States moving forward. Now, in a perfect world, if these crazy times didn't exist and they didn't have to set up shop in Florida so much earlier, and we're just sticking in Canada with their local source, and then, maybe they came down 2 weeks out. From what this report looks like is that one of the packages went off when it was being imported. The minute a package goes off, right, it gets dinged in the system that this address is sketch. Let's continue tracking what is being sent to this address. So once one goes off, when they see these reoccurring packages, they're going to check it all. Then they're going to obviously progress it to the local sheriff's office if they think they have a case. And sadly, just me giving my 2 cents, it looks like this was shipped directly to where they were staying. It does not look like it was shipped to a P.O. box under a different name. It was, directly labeled for Melissa and was directly shipped to a house that was being rented out by an LLC firm that has Christopher Bumstead listed as the owner. So that's 2 things that could have been mitigated, in my opinion, not being a hater. But the next thing is they have a picture of the package, which I'll have Dante put up. And from the look of the package, it does not look like a Mylar bag was used. So for those who don't know, some people, they want to flex their right that they have privacy in the mail, and a Mylar bag is kind of how you would flex that you have privacy in the mail. So if, the scanners detected a Mylar bag, they couldn't see through it. This looks like the, shipper that in Canada was shipping it like it's no big deal. It looked like a normal package, and, those scanners could probably see directly through it. Now, that's just based on the one picture, but that's another red flag that I think could be mitigated. Like, why is it number one under Melissa's name? Why is it number two going directly to the residents of where they're staying? Number three, why is it not under a PO box? And number four, like, why? I understand that they want to use like the same source the entire time, and they don't want to, differentiate sources because that could lose them their placings, and they're the elite of the elite when it comes to the IFBB. This is why this story is going to pop off, and I'm not trying to come at them in any derogatory way. I'm just saying, like, these are all factors that can be learned from and mitigated moving forward. I think that it comes down to that they're just relaxed in Canada and think it's no big deal. In the States, it is a big deal, and here's the kicker, and here's like the sad thing when it comes to Melissa. Like, first off, again, speculation, putting the pieces together. I assume that everyone's prep contest biochemistry was, I'm talking about Ian's cycle, I'm talking about Chris's cycle for the Olympia, whatever she's doing currently. Obviously, the package that was caught, I would lean that towards, just Melissa stuff, in my opinion. I don't know. But, it seems like there was a lot of packages being pinged, and then this, obviously got put onto the sheriffs where, the sheriffs are going to Google their name. Sadly, this is why I'm like, why is this not P.O. Box under someone else's name? But, when they Google Melissa Valier, Melissa Bumstead, they see a pretty head to put on a stick, sadly. And I know they're from Canada. They don't deal with stuff from Canada like this, but the sheriff is going to see that, boom, that's a case to happen. So they got her on a controlled sign, a controlled delivery. So this is the kicker, right, is that she signed, and then, they conducted the arrest, right? She did not refuse the controlled delivery, right? If someone is doing a controlled delivery on something like that is being delivered, you don't want to sign for that, right? You don't want to sign for that, and you don't want to open the package at the residence that it's being sent to if you signed it. So according to this other article, they state on Friday, September 10th, the sheriff's office said Bumstead opened the package after a detective delivered it to her home. Minutes later, investigators served a warrant to search the home, and they found powder on her hands, which indicated the package was open. So, again, that's real cloudy reporting. I'm not, saying that's factual, but the thing is, it seems like they got her on a controlled delivery, which is sad. There's a lot of mitigating factors that I really wish weren't there for them. This is a pedigree bodybuilding family. This is going to be a bit of a black eye. I'm sure it will brush off very quickly, but at the end of the day, oh, actually, I have an ex-professional criminal calling in. So, Russ, we need you to weigh in. I told you about Melissa earlier today. This is the hottest topic as far as, moving forward with the bodybuilding community when it comes to steroid bust. I remember last year or 2 years ago, like, it was the Iron Addicts gym, but now it's Melissa on the controlled delivery. Yeah. What are your thoughts on her case moving forward with your dealings with the law?
Well, if she had admitted to the contents of the package, then she's definitely going to go down for it. One thing that you should do if you're ever receiving any type of illegal package is, number one, if you can get hold of like a GPS signal tracker to warm the package to see if it's emitting a GPS signal, that's the best case scenario. If you don't have that, then you want to take that package. Never admit to the contents of it. Never, if you do get a controlled delivery. But sometimes they'll let you take possession of it, and then they'll follow you until you open it. In that case, you want to take the package, drive around back streets, maybe not even open it for a couple days. because they need to catch you when you open the package. They need to catch you red-handed with it. So if you do some type of like,
Yeah, and it seems like they got her on that, so that looking like the nail in the coffin for her not being able to shake all this off.
nah, she's gonna get done, especially if she admitted to it. And that's the only way when they do a controlled delivery through the mail. The only way they can get a conviction, the only way is if you admit to the contents of the package. You can sign for the package, you can do whatever, but they cannot prove that you had knowledge of the contents of that package unless you admit to it. So never admit to it and you're good. They're going to try to do every single little tactic they can to pressure you to open it, or to pressure you to admit to noise. They're going to tell you they're going to help you. They're going to tell you whatever. Don't fall for none of it. Just, you did not know what the contents of that package was, and that's that. And you need to speak to your attorney.
And in this video, I also touched on, like, it seemed like, they're obviously focused on just prepping for the Olympia. Like, all these compounds are coming directly to a residence that's linked to Chris Bumstead's LLC. It's being under Melissa's name. Like, once you want to see all those variables mitigated when you're, importing a Schedule 3 substance into the States, which is known to bust gear a lot.
Yeah, I'd probably have it sent to a drop address, maybe like an address that is a vacant house or something like that, and never put signature required. So, if they're asking for a signature,
it's hot.
Then that's a red flag, yeah.
Yeah, so how do you see her? I mean, she has 6 accounts of possession of a controlled substance without a valid prescription, and then they're trying to obviously get her on importation. And like I said in this video, like, it's probably the prep cycles of Chris and Ian, so it's probably a significant amount of stuff. It's not like a couple bottles, right? They're prepping for the biggest bodybuilding show in the world, so you could see how the importation charge might be able to stick based on the amount of packages they pinged, because if you read through the article, it looks like they were pinging, like, one of the packages went off and, they were seeing what was going to the address, and then it got conducted to the sheriff's office probably after they had a couple stacked up for a case, I assume.
Yeah, with that, I mean, it's all a matter of perspective, what you consider a lot of time versus what's not a lot of time. And she'll probably do maybe 6 months, maybe a year, which, in my perspective isn't a very long time, but for someone who hasn't done any time, that can be a lot of time. But it's not that serious in the grand scheme of drug dealing. It's not a Schedule 1 or a Schedule 2, it's a Schedule 3, so it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing is that she's a Canadian citizen, so I know Canada's real weird. Like, if you get in trouble in the States, then, she's a competitive figure athlete. She's one of the top figure athletes in the world, so she will probably not be able to enter the States to compete anymore. So, just weird. But, those are some nuggets.
That'll probably be the biggest thing that comes from this, is her inability to come into the States because she committed felonies crimes here. They'll probably blackball her from it. But yeah, as far as time goes, probably not much.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Everyone, give a like for Russ. Always with the OG quality information. Appreciate it, man. Peace. All right, so, there's the ex-professional criminal's input on this. Basically, in summary, right, this sucks. This really sucks. And it's just like the top pedigree bodybuilding family, biggest bodybuilding show in the world, and, the wife is taking the fall here. The wife is falling on the knife here. They got her on a controlled delivery, which is sad, right? And it's just a bummer. It's just a bummer for her competitive career. I wish them nothing but the best, and I hope that when she was arrested, she just simply stated, I want to talk to an attorney the whole time. I hope she just said that. I hope that she, didn't fall for the mind games. But, I did want to report this. I will say, and here comes the plug, which I'll have Dante plug this at the beginning of the video too, right? This is why I harp on my TRT company, Elevate Alternative. There's a plug, right? It's all legal. You get your prescriptions mailed to you, to your door, discreet each month, which allows you to fly on planes risk-free with your gear, right? That's some of the biggest ploys on why people sign up for Elevate. They still want to do their crazy cycles and stuff, but they want to be able to travel and have peace of mind. That's what Elevate's all about, keeping you legal, keeping you safe. Obviously, you won't have to be dealing with, being stung because your last name is Bumstead or Valier, and they look you up and they see you're the perfect head to put on a stick, and they can put this plaque on the wall that they messed up, 2 of the top Olympia contenders preps. And, I'm not saying that they were in the right for breaking the law. The law is the law. But at the end of the day, I think there was a lot of variables from the little bit of, the story that is out there that could have been mitigated. I think, it comes down to them being Canadian, them never having to worry. Like, steroids are chill there, legal to possess, I believe, or like, as long as you're not manufacturing them in a large amounts, like it's for personal use, they just bat an eye. It's still a Schedule 3 here, and when you're talking about importation, when you're talking about the amount of compounds needed for 2 Olympia contenders preps, I don't know how much was flowing directly to the residents attached to the LLC, of Bumstead, Christopher Bumstead. So learning experience for all of them, right? Learning experience for all of them. With their family line and like what they're known for and being at the top of the mountain as far as the fitness industry, I really wish, someone local from Florida gave them a help. I don't know if that they were just trying to like keep all the quality the same. That's their plug. I don't know if their plug, realized that, they probably should have done a really hardcore stealth shipping. They probably really should have masked that stuff based on the amount of contents moving through that residence, right? That could have raised the red flags. But at the end of the day, the nail in the coffin is the controlled delivery. The controlled delivery is what is going to make this unshakable. She will get something. Do I know what she's going to get? Russ is saying a couple months. I don't know. But it's a sad, sad day for the fitness industry. And it's just a black eye that doesn't need to be there. And I really hope that people can learn from these mistakes, and that all these Canadians that come in, right? Canada, they don't give a shit about steroids. In the United States, they give a shit, right? When it comes to these SARMs, once they're scheduled, they'll give a shit like they do with steroids, right? SARMs are still legal to possess. Steroids are not legal to possess. So in Canada, steroids are legal to possess and SARMs are legal to possess. So when these Canadians come down, they're super lax. They're mailing their gear all the time. It's not a big deal. When you come here, if you're mailing gear in a large enough quantity, like over a couple bottles, to where they could be like, oh, there might be some distribution going on. Then they look at the name attached, Melissa Bumstead, Melissa Valier. Let's look her up. Oh, boom. We got the perfect slam dunk case to put in the sheriff's office. Let's ping her and put a black eye on the fitness industry. That's exactly what happened, and I really hope, you can take away from some of these mitigating variables that could have been, an extra layer of security where they still got caught. I don't know, but it seems like they were too focused on the prep, which they should be, and not focused on the checks and balances and systems to make that work in a safe manner. And there's a lot of consequences, but I wish Melissa nothing the best, and I hope Bumstead repeats. I want him to be champ again. He's going to sweep, in my opinion. So it is sad that the wife falls on the knife, but, she took one for the team, literally. So hope you guys learned something. I will see you guys in my next video.